Hello and welcome, dear parents of the Aries child. I hope you are all doing great. Um, I am recording this at the end of May, right after the eclipse. So, dear parents, my heart goes out to you as this is a very interesting time in the astrology. We have Saturn that's gone retrograde for 4 months in Aquarius. We have the eclipse in Sagittarius opposing Gemini, and we have all that action in with Mercury in retrograde now. So you as a parent, you're definitely feeling this. So sending you lots of love. Remember, patience is key. And also with that square in Neptune during Mercury retrograde, that Neptune Mercury square, there's a possibility here for negative talk, maybe gossip, conversations that don't really have truth in them. So anyhow, a little bit of astrology there just for you. I know we don't usually talk about that, but just wanted to give everyone a little heads up because if you've been feeling it, you're not alone. So don't feel bad. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm making a mess here with this reading. Let me get this organized for you. I have a little bit of a different setup today. Okay, so I hope you can all see that. And if you haven't done so already, please, please, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, all that good stuff. Actually, this was like this. It was. I turned it around. And just a reminder that you all age ranges here are welcome. Some of you are here for itty bitties. Others of you are here for a little bit more grown-up children, like teenagers. It's all good. You are all welcome here. Thank you for stopping by. I am Elena Valdez. Okay, let's get started. Parent of the Aries child. Okay, so here we have the Four of Cups and the Son of Swords in terms of what your child is experiencing here during the month of June 2021. So there's a little withholding happening, a little bit of stubbornness going on here with Aries, right? And it has something to do with how they are communicating or who they are communicating with. Considering that the Son of Swords is here, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is with other kiddos. So there's some kind of self-alienating here or self-isolation happening. For some Aries, it could be the other way around. It could be that they are feeling a little bit ostracized by other kiddos, in particular when it comes to communication and what is being talked about regarding the little Aries, or perhaps the other way around, right? But I'm really sensing here that Aries is sort of a little bit withdrawn right now, not wanting to really talk much also. But again, I'm really feeling this more in the context of other peers, classmates, children, playmates, neighbors, siblings, and whatnot. So you may be noticing that there's this energy of just leave me alone. I just kind of want to do my own thing. And also almost like dragging conversation out of the little Aries or like pulling teeth just to, get something out of him or her or get a yes or no even. So there's a little bit of a struggle going on here. So let's unfold the reading and see where we're going with this. In terms of the challenge and the conflict with little Aries here, again, we have another card, the hanged one or the hanged man, which is a very similar card to the Four of Cups. It's about really pulling back and sort of letting go and taking a reprieve, which may be exactly what your little one needs at the moment. But I'm getting the sense here that the actual conflict and challenge here for Aries, and the reason he or she is holding back this way, is that there's a pulling away potentially from other kiddos. There's like a pulling away in terms of the attention, or almost like not including little Aries in activities. With the Knight of Swords here, it could really just be one other person here that maybe is a little cutting with words, maybe a little mean towards little Aries, or potentially little Aries is being that way, right? He could potentially be a little grumpy grumpster because he wants to be left alone and people are trying to pull out information when he doesn't really want to talk. And that's the thing with Aries, and I know I'm about to use a generality here, but Aries in general, you can't make them say what they don't want to say, or you can't really make them do what they don't want to do. They may do it initially, but then, they kind of act out if they're doing something that's not really authentic to who they are. So that could be potentially what's happening here. That's for one group of Aries, but I am feeling that there's another group of little Aries here that are experiencing a little bit of this swordsy, mean, cutting way from other kiddos, which is making him or her feel a little bit out of place, because the hangman is about surrendering and it's about letting go of situations. But sometimes the hangman lets go because they're feeling a little bit of an outsider, and they sort of have no choice but to surrender because there's no one else really hanging out with them. As you can tell, the hangman is really here on his or her own, right? So there can be a sense of being on his own and not having the support of other kiddos. I'm feeling a very solitary energy here in June for Aries. A bit lonely too is what I'm getting. But in terms of what you can do, dear parent, to support him or her, we have very beautiful cards, which tells me that there's definitely an out to this energy for little Aries. And here we have the Four of Pentacles, which is all about stability. It's about putting in roots. It's about creating structure, creating schedules, creating consistency. And this is what your child needs most from you, dear parent, during the month of June, to deal with this stuff that's going on. And that would be for you in the home life, to create some kind of consistency, consistent communication, so they don't feel left out, potentially maybe, helping them feel valued, because the pentacles, anytime the pentacles comes up, especially below the 5, it's all about building up someone's self-esteem and value system in the context of child, right? Because remember, we have to read the cards a little differently when we're talking about child energy. So in this case, with the Four of Pentacles, it's about reminding your little guy or your little girl or them that they need to, that it's okay, that they are strong enough on their own, and it's okay that they don't have all these friendships that they potentially would like to have. Um, I feel like there's more there, and I think what I'm picking up here, dear parent, is there's almost like this push and pull from your little Aries. On one hand, they want to make new friends, and they're really kind of lonely for that. But on the other hand, they don't really know how to approach it. And then on top of that, they have potentially another individual here, or another peer or mate, that's not being really nice. You see how the Knight of Swords is away from little Aries here. It's almost like the words are sharp, but the friendship is away. It's almost like they don't want to include little one. So again, going back to the solution is you, dear parent, and the solution is creating some structure at home and consistency to remind little one that he or she is valued, is important, and through consistency and action, reminding them of their worth and their value. And ultimately, that's what's going to bring them joy, because you have the Ten of Cups here. So the Four of Pentacles paired with the Ten of Cups is very auspicious pairing. So what this tells me is that you hold the solution, you hold the key to this bit of a tormenting that's going on with little guy here. I'm curious to know, it's like, is it a sibling that's behaving this way? Is it Aries behaving that way with someone else? Please let me know if you feel inclined to do so in the comments. I'm very interested to know. Ten of Cups is also about spending time with family. So reminding, and even if family means just you and little one, you may be a single parent, or you may be a full household. Every home here listening in is going to be a different dynamic, right? So whatever you consider family, spending time with that family during this time of whatever this transition is, or moving in and out of friendships, or feeling a bit isolated, really the solution is at home. And there are 2 4s here. So that's a reminder of concreteness, stability needed. So maybe if there hasn't been that a solid foundation at home, now it would be the best time for little Aries to see that at home. Okay? All right. So I hope that helps. And actually, let me see if there's any advice regarding the situation. Okay. Any advice, dear spirit? Again. Oh, okay. Beautiful. Yeah. So the two of pentacles, again, we go back to the pentacles, and earlier I said, right, anything under the five usually reminds us of working on our value system and self-worth. So this is a reminder again that potentially the self-worth that you can build in your child currently, right here, is going to come through some creativity, and also a reminder of how loved he or she is. It's very simple. Aries are very, very simple. As children, as adults, they're actually very simple. They could be a little bit temperamental and seem difficult. But at the end of the day, the needs of an Aries is pretty straightforward. They just want to know where they stand. Where do they stand with their family, with their parents, with the friends, with other kiddos? And they also need to express, right? So there are two cards here of cups, which is about expressing love, affection, family time, but it's also about creating and spending time making projects or creating projects with the family. This is what is very much needed during the month of June for Aries to balance out this bit of a sadness going on here with feeling isolated. Okay, dear parent, I hope that helped. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and let me know how I can better serve you moving forward. If you'd like to see a different type of spread or a different question, please let me know. I'm interested in knowing what you need as a parent for your child. All right, all. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.